sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
On second down, here's Yeldon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Throwing is Allen on third. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
All day, baby, all day. Check.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 35.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus... Draw play. This is Yeldon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen from the gun on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
You like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
On 3rd down, Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning.
Down. You 180. Right there. 54 Mike. Check right. Check right.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete right around the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Allen off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Looking to throw on second down. Carr, and he'll find Moreau here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Catch made. It's Moreau. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Now Allen off the bootleg. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike. Half 85. Bravo. 56 to Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He finds Yeldon. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 60. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He finds his target, John Brown. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the 1st thanks to a flashy little spin move. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen finding his tight end Croft. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Allen to throw. And the grab by Croft. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He's back to throw.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Allen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on. To throw is Allen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just one.